Listen here, maggots! The English language is spoken around the world thanks to a long and proud tradition of English speakers stealing other people's shit in the name of God and country. As a result, military lingo and idioms have become a part of the culture. Today, I'm going to show you 7 military idioms that you can use. All right, check the description for vocabulary, chapters, and more information. Let's go. Move out.
So later on today, I'm picking up my hammy Roadrunner. That's right, I said hammy.
Wow. A hammy. Balls to the wall.
Oh, yeah.
Balls to the wall, or balls out, means to do something with maximum effort or power. For example, when I was in school, I never studied. I always waited until the night before a test and then went balls to the wall. That means I waited the night before the test and then I studied as hard as possible. Now, it might sound like a reference to a guy's balls. That is his family jewels, nuts, rocks, nads, testicles. But it's not. In reality, this is the same thing as pedal to the metal, meaning to drive as fast as possible. But for old airplanes. In old military aircraft, the throttle or speed control used to have a little ball on the end of it. So pushing the ball to the wall, to the firewall, meant to fly as fast as possible. I still wouldn't want to say it in church though, as a lot of people have their minds in the gutter and think that it does refer to man-berries.
Rothgar gets all geeked up about Beowulf's arrival and goes balls out to celebrate.
Have you ever been in a balls-to-the-wall fight for your life against the Colombian cartel?
There's no makeup, really. It's balls to the wall.
Yeah.
Pyramid ships, zero bubble, study course 270, balls to the wall, boys.
3, 2, 1, Geronimo!
Geronimo! This one's not so much of an idiom as it is a battle cry.
To victory!
Traditionally, yelling Geronimo is something you do when you jump from a high place. But sometimes people yell it before doing something where they need courage too. Geronimo was the name of a Native American warrior, a famous Apache leader who led many braves into battle and in raids against both American and Mexican troops in the 1800s. Later, US paratroopers started yelling it when they jumped out of planes. In fact, this is both the nickname and motto for the 501st Airborne Infantry Regiment. So the next time you need some courage, remember to say Geronimo, say Geronimo.
Hey man, I didn't order this coffee. And he goes, I'm sorry about that, Che. I really screwed the pooch on that one. And I said, what was that? And he goes, screw the pooch. It means I made a mistake. And I was like, no, man, it means you f***ed the dog.
Screw the pooch. This means to make a really big mistake. It's the same thing as mess up, screw up, or fuck up. As in, I screwed the pooch so bad, I got fired. I made such a big mistake that I lost my job. Pooch is another word for dog, and screw is a euphemism. A euphemism is a nicer way to say something that might offend some people. Screw is a euphemism for sex. It's a replacement for the F word, The very naughty fuck. Fucking censors! Unlike the idiom balls out or balls to the wall, this one does mean what it sounds like. It comes from an older military expression, fuck the dog.
Previously on Peter Screws the Pooch.
Creed, quality assurance. Your job. I really think you screwed the pooch on this one.
And if you had done your job, Nikita would still be serving us right now. You see, you're the one who screwed the pooch, Amanda.
To be truthful, Emily and I haven't dated that long, and we never agreed to be exclusive to each other.
Have you had intercourse?
No.
Well, stick to your guns. There'll be a lot of pressure.
Stick to your guns. This means to keep your opinion or to continue with a plan, even though everyone criticizes it or tells you that it's wrong or bad. For example, the lawyer stuck to her guns and won the case, even though nobody thought that she would. Where does stick to your guns come from?
I have guns bolted to my hands.
No! Back to Hogwarts, Harry. It's easy to see how this might have come from an old military expression. Stand to your guns.
Stand to your guns! Midget cannoneers, sight the mast!
Meaning to go to where you're supposed to be. Go to your post. Stand and fight.
Feel very justified in your own positions. Nurture self-righteousness. Stick to your guns.
And don't be afraid to go down fighting if you're fighting a righteous battle. Stick to your guns and to your principles.
I'm going to be there again tomorrow with the same group of people.
Right.
So you can't burn a bridge and you can't be offended or be offensive because you got to come to work the next day.
Right.
Burn one's bridges. To burn a bridge. This means to destroy a connection or a relationship between people or organizations. Like, make sure to give your employer 2 weeks' notice before quitting your job. You don't want to burn that bridge. Make sure to tell your boss at least 2 weeks before you quit, because you might need them again in the future. After all, a burnt bridge cannot be crossed again. It's easy to see how this one came from the military, as militaries have been burning bridges for as long as people have been building them.
If you walk out that door, you'll burn every bridge she has here.
So you're most likely going to see them. So if you burn that bridge and upset them one time, saying we can't do something, they're going to probably remember that next time.
So when are you going out with this girl again?
I'm not. I'm inside the walls.
So you're going to burn that bridge.
Flame on!
There are going to be 2 to 3 more years of obituaries being written about Bitcoin.
Right. Just to square a few things away, how many Bitcoins are in existence? How many will be, in the end, how many will exist? And why does that ultimately not really matter?
Square away. To be squared away. As an adjective, this means to be ready or prepared. As a phrasal verb, it means to prepare, fix, make ready, put in order. As in, I've got everything squared away for the party this weekend. I have everything ready for the party this weekend. Or, I need to square things away with John because we had an argument yesterday. I need to fix things with John because we argued yesterday. This is originally an old sailing term, meaning to square the sails, to turn them to be perpendicular with the hull or body of the ship so that they could sail in the same direction as the wind.
Squared away!
Eventually, it became the military term that it is today and started being used by pretty much everybody.
Private Pile, you had best square your ass away and start shitting me Tiffany cufflinks, or I will definitely fuck you up.
Sir, yes, sir. Some of FedEx the forms to his parents, get that all squared away and rolled. Bam! So easy.
I guess so.
Hey, keep that puppy squared away. You shouldn't have any problems.
Boy, it's been really slow. I mean, if it doesn't pick up soon, we're not going to stay in business very long.
Don't you worry, Lois. You keep baking. I'll drum up some business.
Drum up. This means to make something happen, to get something or create something through hard work and persistence. As in, a new restaurant needs some time to drum up some new business. A new restaurant needs time to get new customers. Or the politician visited every key state to drum up support and get votes. He visited every important state to try to get more support and votes. There are two theories about the origins of this idiom. One says that it comes from traveling salesmen who went door to door with their merchandise in a box, banging around, so it sounded like a drum as they walked. The other origin story says that it comes from the old practice of playing drums in the street to let men know that it was time to put their tools down, pick up their weapons, and go to war.
Because with the civil rights movement, you couldn't talk in such racially charged terms as you once were able to do. And so there was this punitiveness or this emphasis on law and order as a way to drum up votes.
You scared yet?
But hey, no harm in lying to drum up a little fear against an entire religion, right?
If I'm receiving this kind of buzz from a boutique theatrical run, imagine the fanfare you will drum up when The Crows movie gets its premiere date.
What do you mean that I will drum up?
All right, that's all for today. What idiom do you find most interesting? Let us know down in the comments. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you next time. Take care. Now move out!